and welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video with Piano with Mindy K. Really quickly today, I'm going to tell you how I teach my primer students their pentascales. The pentascales are simply the 5-finger scales on the piano. You've probably seen something similar. They sound like this. And on a tuned piano, they sound even better. Anyway, so if you take a look at this worksheet, this is one that I created not too long ago. However, I have seen things like this done before. I'm pretty sure that through the years I saw a lot of really similar deals and, kind of created this technically in my head, but it's also out there by other people too. But basically, this gives the kids a visual representation, or even just the beginners, if we're not on the staff yet. It doesn't have to be a kid, but it gives them a visual representation of what the scale looks like on the piano. So for instance, C major up at the top left there has all white keys, right? So we can see down here we would play all white keys. But when I jump down into the one black key group, let's say I'm doing F major, I can see that the 4th piano key is a black key. So we go over here and we go, and so on and so forth. So I've got a group of 1 black key, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, and 4 black keys. So they can kind of get that, just that easy visual way of seeing the scales. And what's really nice about that is it gives them the chance to get the scales under their fingers. You know what I mean? It gets it in their muscle memory. And then when we do finally see it on the staff, like in the Keith Snell Scale Skills book that I did in a previous video, it's a lot easier to catch on to what's going on there. Another thing we talked to about primer level students here, that I talk to primer level students here about, is the pattern. So for every major key, there's a type of pattern that you do on the piano. And that pattern is whole step, half step, whole step. So along with this, we're talking about the difference between a whole step and a half step. So on the piano, this would be a half step, this would be a whole step, right? And in C major, for instance, we do a whole step, half step, whole step. E to F is a half step technically because there is no black key in between here. So it's always a half step is just a key to the very next key that exists from left to right, right? So in this instance, B to C would also be a half step, right? D to D sharp is a half step, right? So we talk about the patterns, we get it in their muscle memory. I've done another video where we were using this chart and we do this little game where you roll the dice and you have to play the scales different ways. So maybe you have to play them staccato, legato, forte, piano, with your nose. It's fun, fun things like that, so they can kind of get extremely familiar with their pentascales. So there's that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a really awesome week. Talk to you later. Bye.